What's good, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It is the Flew Hair, Grew Hair podcast, where worlds collide no matter where you reside. Ew. Y'all already know what it is. I am your girl, April B., your favorite media maven.
And you already know it's your favorite Brooklyn baddie, Iamshenellesimone.
And I know we always say this, that we got a special guest in the building. But y'all, I'm really trying to...
Is it like special?
Put it like this. I don't fan out over a lot of people, but I'm really trying to keep it together right now because I don't want like a weirdo ass bitch in front of him. Like,
and you know we from Brooklyn.
We from Brooklyn, so you know we got to keep it gully, keep it gangster, like for real. But y'all, for real, this is really special. We have none other... Oh my gosh. We got Wayno in the motherfucking building today. Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
She get like drink champs.
We got Wayno in the building. No.
Yeah, y'all are so good at that. Like, I'm not good at intros. Like, y'all are so good at that. For real. Like,
listen, you don't have to be. Oh, it's Wayno. Like, yo,
I'm honored. Nah, seriously, I'm really, really, really honored. I'm learning how to like receive when people do that because rest in peace, DJ Clark Kent.
Yeah,
he used to do that. Like when he would introduce me to people, he would talk for like 2 minutes, and it would be so intimidating because he would say so much. I could talk however
you could curse.
He would say so much shit, and I just wouldn't know how to follow up. Like and like so when people say things, no, for real, it just I really appreciate that.
No,
I really appreciate that.
Like,
for real.
Friend, I told her, I said you were on my list. Like,
no, we always have a list of like prospects or just who we want in general. Mm-hmm. So you were definitely on there since last year, and then when we walked in that thing, I mean, April was like, what? Like, she said, damn.
Yo.
Yeah, I came out the house that night.
As soon as he stepped out of the room, I said, Chanel, I'll be right back.
And this what? Who? What? I didn't even see you. I'm like, who?
No,
what?
Facts.
Yo, one thing we're going to do is shoot our shot. One thing we're going to do is shoot our shot.
Unless you tell me no, and even after you tell me no,
we still gonna follow up with the follow up. We gonna alley hoop this bitch like for real.
No means no, right?
No just means not right now.
Right.
No means
y'all going crazy.
No. In this world of media with the interviews, no means not right now. In that other world, no means no, baby. Don't play with it.
All right.
No means so I ask you tomorrow.
Y'all crazy.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Tomorrow.
In this industry, it just means not right now. But in the real world, no really means no. Please don't play with it. So, all right, before we get into the nitty gritty, we play a game on here.
Okay.
It's called First Class versus Coach.
Okay.
So we have this bowl.
Okay.
It has a couple of options in here. On the paper, you're going to take one out. It's going to give you two options. You're going to tell us which option is first class and which one is coach. Now, here's the kicker. Because we have to drink for Wayno. He does not drink. So if it's a tie, we normally take a shot. I'll take the shot for you. Because in the words of Chanel, we never turn down a drink. Okay?
Yeah.
So, it's not a lot in here. So, but go ahead. You can pick.
Close my eyes.
Yeah,
okay, close your eyes.
Let me put this one back.
Nah, you gotta you want to read all of them.
All right.
Yeah.
A&R versus media personality.
Which one is first class? Which one is coach?
In my career,
yeah,
media personality has been first class. A&R is coach right now.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he said it like
nah, facts or some G shit. Facts.
Why you feel like A&R is just because you're focused on the media personality side of things now, or
honestly, no, because I've done a lot. Like I've done a lot of stuff in A&R that I've never but it's a lot of stuff that I never said or put out there that I've done. But I do love A&R, but my love for A&R was it came 20 something years ago when I first started. It's a little bit different now. I still do love doing A&R as well, but the business has just changed so much. Artists is so different now, so it's I don't really have the same motivation sometimes. It depends. If I really like something, then I'll go for it. But unfortunately, when you go for certain shit, everybody don't be on the same page as you. So no,
that's facts. That's facts. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Yeah,
again.
No,
make sure they close.
Stop playing.
All right.
Oh,
wait, what we got?
Wait. Because it says Cameron versus Jim Jones. so
I was like, yo, do something for Harlem one time.
All right, wait. So wait, because it says Cameron. Is Cameron versus or is it the two people? I gotta say which person is first class versus what person is coach.
Like if you just had to be like,
all right, let's just keep it 1,000. All right, Cam is first class, Jim is coach, but Jim makes coach look great.
I love that. That's a great political answer.
Yeah. I mean, that's dope. No, but listen, all right, I get to talk a little bit about it. All right, honestly, I really hate what's going on between both of them because Jim is a person that in my entire career, I don't know why, but every time I go through something tough, God brings me to Jim. Every time. I'm talking about since the beginning of my career. I've known Jim. I'm 42. I've known Jim since I was 18. Yeah, I've known Jim since I was 18. I've known Jim a long time, and every time I promise you, every time I go through some tough shit, I always get a text or a call from him. It's like he know when to. We don't talk all the time, but if I called him 3 o'clock in the morning, he'll answer the phone.
Wow.
Cam also is like a big brother to me. Like these is dudes that I didn't know growing up in Harlem. I seen them and end up knowing them. So knowing them, I hate to see what they're going through. And I was around when Dipset was like first starting, or when they started having success. So I hate to see what they going through for real. You know what I mean? But
so a lot of people think this is staged. I'm like, first of all,
it's not staged at all.
No.
It's
Cam and Jim Jones don't give me
stage. They don't give
me politicking. Like if we got beef, so I was like, y'all, hold up, no. Cam
them niggas really love each other. Like they
it's like a big brother fight right now.
But it's people that I'm close with that I don't like. That's just shit that happens. It shouldn't happen. For me, from all of us being from the town, I look at it like we at the ages now where we should be setting like great examples. Yeah. Like we should be on some other next level shit, and they are in their own right. But I just feel like just that divide is corny to me overall because I love both of them, so it's corny to me. You know what I mean?
Hopefully they get it together soon.
Yeah, I hope they get it together, man.
All right,
eyes closed now. Eyes closed. All right, all right, New York versus. Come on, he's talking about New York versus Atlanta. New York is first class. Atlanta's coach. It's not even close. It's not even close. Like not even close. And hold on. I love Georgia. I live here.
Listen, I'm
like, why you moving in?
But I've been coming down here since '99. Like my cousins moved down here. I used to come down here. I used to ride the Greyhound bus, the Peter Pan, to come down here to visit my cousins.
Yeah.
For real, 16 hours. You gotta stop in Charlotte. And they take all your shit out the bus.
You gotta wait for the next.
And they didn't even have plugs on the bus.
No, I had CD players with batteries.
But it wasn't like when CD player time. We wasn't looking for plugs. Like,
no,
you know
that's what I'm saying. I had extra batteries in my bag.
Because you wasn't texting on your phone.
No,
it wasn't. You right. I'm thinking about when I recently took a couple years. I'm like,
all right, you tough. But I do got love for ATL though. I got love for ATL. They've embraced me.
Yes.
I made a lot of money here, so.
Okay, I know that's right. One more.
Wait, it's only one more?
Yeah, it's only one. Go ahead.
Oh. I'm sitting here feeling, but.
That's why this our big boy.
All right, Retro Jordans versus New Balance A6. While I am wearing New Balance today, I'm picking Jordans first class all day. A6 and New Balance's coach. Facts.
So, the sneakers game right now is... We wearing the sneakers that we used to laugh at the dads back then for wearing them orthopedic looking shoes, them Walmart shoes. Now, the New Balance. Now, back then with them dudes with the, the dads with the high socks with the khakis that had the little.
But we're not wearing those. We're not wearing those ones.
No, the designs low key.
Yeah, we're not wearing.
Kinda.
I don't know. I mean, for me, like my love for sneakers. I love listen. Let me say
sneakerhead.
I have a ridiculous amount of sneakers, and sometimes I be questioning, I really be questioning, what am I doing? You feel me? Because I can't wear all of them. I try to wear as many as I can, but when it comes to sneakers, my love for sneakers come from basketball. So I'm gonna always pick the basketball sneakers first. You know what I mean? But I do I got the Salahi Bunbury joints on right now. I feel good.
Yo, we gotta get a shoe camera sound.
Hey, listen, I take them off and show the camera. You know what I mean? Come on.
Y'all and his socks
This is a young black designer that made these. He's really very dope. Those are fire. Very, very dope. He's done a lot of people's favorite designs. He designs for Crocs. He's done stuff for Versace. You remember those chain reaction Versace sneakers that came out years ago? They had
the high thing.
He did those. Yeah, he's a really, really dope brother. He's a really dope brother.
Yo,
shout out to him.
Researching who.
First of all, you heard me. I said y'all and his socks clean.
Yeah, and his feet don't stink.
Yeah,
because I got scared. I was like,
listen, I'm a Muslim. Listen, I'm a Muslim. We very. Alive when it comes to cleanliness. You feel me?
No, I see. And first of all, the socks is white.
They're white.
They're
like
white.
white,
No
white,
black at
like
the bottom.
That's so funny because I did not think of that when I took my sneaker off.
No.
Like, I didn't think if I had on dirty
first of all,
sneakers.
no,
and
as a
dirty
New
socks.
York chick,
I'm like the first
Yeah,
thing
like-
we look at. What they say when you see a man, what's the first thing we go to?
No, what he saying?
Hello,
I make six figures. I got a car.
But what them shoes look like? What are those? Like,
Nah,
you
y'all
know?
funny.
So you gonna
man.
risk a good man for some shoes?
Yes.
Y'all funny.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
Y'all funny.
Yo, a nigga with no swag, it just
don't do it.
like when I see my dude, I want to be like, yo, look at my nigga with the shoes.
Yeah, I want my bitches to be like.
Well, y'all call me on the good because I don't get dressed, so I don't like y'all call me on the good.
No,
No,
this-
for real. I wear.
You getting dressed?
This is me getting dressed.
This look light.
Yeah.
But this is me getting dressed because I wear sweatpants and I go to the gym every day. So I wear sweatpants and a t-shirt and a hoodie every day. That's what I wear every day.
So you really buff underneath there? No, I'm sorry.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm
hold
trying
on.
to get the X. I'm trying.
I'm doing okay for myself.
I'm
Listen, don't body shame him. He just got here.
No. I'm really, you know, women eyes got X-rays, so I'm like, yeah.
You-
Nah, I try to do my best to
I
take
feel
care of
you.
myself.
I see the
arm,
you know
sis.
what
I
I
see
mean?
the
I see, yeah, right. I
Thank
see
you.
the
arm,
Thank
He
you.
was like, I didn't get your, this look
This
light.
is me dressed. No, this is me dressed.
If you really,
you look good.
You look good.
Thank you.
You
I
match.
appreciate that.
You know
I
what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
You
You
look
gotta
good.
listen. I'm from Harlem.
Yeah.
And the Bronx. And
we
the
love a
Bronx.
Harlem nigga.
I'm from the Bronx too.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
keep
say
saying
that.
I
Like,
am.
relax. Come on,
Because
relax.
I have to say that every time.
Yo,
I have to say that
yeah,
every
all right,
time.
relax.
Yeah.
All right, like, come on, sir. We look, I'm like, we love a Harlem nigga, but I'm from the Bronx. All right, so what Ice Spice said?
What she said?
And what she said? And we both from the Bronx, so I know that you dirty.
Yo, why do the Bronx got like this dirty like connotation or like this dirty reputation?
I really don't know
No.
why.
I'm gonna say this. Even growing up, like I said, I'm from East New York, Brooklyn.
Oh my God. You from East New York? East New York. Uncle Murder? Hey, stop it.
Killing Miller.
Exactly.
Georgia.
I'm not gonna say where I'm from.
I'm an East
What's
New York
Saratoga at?
girl. Saratoga
Saratoga
is
is
the
the-
stop. Is the stop before
My
you.
moms used to work over there.
Yeah,
she
stop
used to work in
playing.
a homeless
Saratoga
shelter
not
over there.
far, baby. I could walk to Saratoga. Let me. Ever
Bed-Stuy.
since I was little,
Best style.
we just never like Bronx was just that unheard like.
It's
you
like
only
going
go
to
out-
Narnia or something. Like,
It's like going
don't
to
go
like
there.
the
Bruh,
underworld.
that's the reputation that people have of Brooklyn though. Like being from Harlem and being from the Bronx. I used to talk to a girl in Seaview. That ass in Canarsie. I used to
From the
really
floors?
I used to go all the way out there to see her too. That ass, like
I don't.
She must have been.
I only went to the Yankee Stadium one. Like, even if I go to New York a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I say, "Oh yeah, I'm stopping at the Bronx," niggas is like,
You okay?
"I went to."
why though? I
Manhattan.
don't get that. I really don't get.
I
Y'all
think
ain't
it's
used
like
to.
another world.
Now y'all not my age.
Nah, you grown.
You grown.
Cause I was
I mean,
about
we
to say
grown.
y'all ain't go to Skate Key or none of that. Like
No,
went
we
to
had Empire.
then Empire, right?
Yeah,
What was the rink was in Jersey, right?
No,
No,
it's in
it's in
Brooklyn.
That's in Brooklyn. See, I never went there. I always heard about it.
First of all, Harlem is its own little.
It's his own world.
One-
We a world.
The only time I go to Harlem is to go to that Amy. What's the soul
Amy
food?
Roof's?
Ooh,
Really?
Yo, Amy.
Amy Roof's?
That's one of the best.
Amy Roof's
soul
kind of
foods.
fell off to me.
Nah,
They did.
I can hear that, but when I went the last time, I was like,
And we just sent somebody who's from. We sent somebody from down here
and she was like,
To Amy Roof's?
to
Yeah,
Amy Roof's. She went to New
swallowed.
York and she was.
You
like,
know what's funny? I'm gonna
"Where
say this before we go to the next subject. I never go to New York expecting soul food. Every time I go to New York, it's either Caribbean and Chinese food.
Well, we
Well,
make
for
better
the
soul
store.
food than a lot of people
A
down
lot
here.
of people
Yes.
say that.
A lot of people
facts.
that
say
say
that.
Facts. Like,
I don't. The people think just because it's the South
South
that they
is-
the best. Like,
Well, do you
but I
think-
thought so too until I got here and that shit was nasty.
This was
I
some
mean,
people
it's not
said
nasty, but
the slaves went up to the north
North
and
and
cooked y'all food.
it's Black History Month, so
that's
we
it.
get a little
That's
lesson.
what that's what somebody said because the slaves went up there.
I
and
mean,
cooked
that's
y'all
true,
shit.
but I mean, that was a long time ago. Let's talk about right now.
He's
Like,
talking about right
Yeah.
now.
Nah,
right
it just
now.
is what it is. And I think, you know what, too? I think every place sells the same everything down here. Like, you go to the same restaurants, they got the same shrimp and grits, the same catfish and grits, the same chicken and waffles, the same.
OD
It's
seasoning.
like, it's only but so much. Like, we
And I
gonna
will
get
say
it,
this:
so.
when I did have good soul food, they wasn't even from the South. They was from Chicago somewhere.
Oh. All right, y'all. Well, that concludes the game of First Class versus Coach with Wayno. Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into the nitty gritty, right? So,
All right, let's get it.
Let me tell y'all something. I told y'all in the beginning, like, I'm really trying not to fan out because I just, from day one, since I've been watching Wayno's career, like he has always been on this list for me to, at some point when I decided that I wanted to be a media personality, there's a few people on this list that I wanted to interview. Avant, Morris Chestnut, Wayno.
And he been in the gym.
And he been in the gym. No.
That nigga Diesel. Stop playing.
Yeah, I'll play too.
No, listen. But the real reason I wanted to be in this space with Wayno is because from day one, that when I started watching him on Everyday Struggle, I saw the authenticity that he like just exudes. He, to me, and I didn't know him, but he was the same on camera that he was off camera. Then when you start to see him making these moves in this industry, you realize that people respect Wayno on a different fucking level. Like, I think I read a Vibe article where they was like, connected because you're respected.
Ooh, period.
Yeah,
and I
remember
love that.
Damn, you read that? That's fire.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
We're real journalists. We do our research here.
I
Thank you very much.
appreciate
But not for nothing, I have been following your career, so that's how I knew you were really big in the A&R, you know. He's asylum, quality control. Like, y'all just got to get into it, right? So can you tell me, how do you remain so authentic in this industry? Because it is easy for people to get swept up and just turn and become as fake and just lose themselves.
I don't forget where I'm from. I'm from 119th of Lexington.
I was on 119 in Lexington.
Fact. She was talking about my block. That's a fact.
I
want to bet.
But y'all crazy. But yeah, I think I don't think of it at all. Like, I really don't think of it. Like, honestly, I'm the man. Like, my mom's did her best to raise me to be a man, but there was a point in time where she couldn't raise me to be a man, and I had to be outside in the street. And being a young man, getting hurt to learn, you know what I mean, going through a lot of shit is where I really found, like, myself. I started to realize at a certain point in my life that I didn't have to, like, try to be certain shit in order to be accepted. You know what I mean? Like, I was just being myself, and I kept running with that. And I started thinking about, like, you know, let me just be me, because I can't fake that shit. Like, I can't sit here in front. And you know how certain people, it's certain people that when cameras come on and they turn on a whole persona.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do none of that shit. You feel me? Like, for me, I just be myself at all times. I love myself. So, you know what I mean? You gotta be yourself at all times.
I love that. All right, so you was an A&R, right? Are you still A&R?
I still do A&R, but I mean, I'm not currently working at a label right now. But yeah, I still do A&R work.
You said it like you.
I mean, nah, it's not that. It's just that I don't have the, like. I mean, I'm still an A&R. I don't have a job as an A&R right now, but I'm still an A&R. You know what I mean? Like, I know the craft. It's a craft. It's a skill. You know what I mean? It's definitely a trade. It's like a trade. Like, once you learn that shit, it never goes nowhere. You feel me? So it's like, that's never going to change.
If it's never going to change. So what do you do now, like, especially with the music today? Like, is there, like, a listening ear where you be like, yo, nah, could be.
I mean, trash is trash. You feel me? Like trash.
Trash is treasure right now at this point.
No, it's a lot of. There are a lot of, like, good artists out here that exist. I just think that when something is trash, it's easy to spread the word about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to spread the word about the car accident.
Negativity.
Nobody talks about all the cars that came down the street and nobody crashed. Everybody's gonna talk about the car crash. Traffic exists because people can't mind their fucking business. Everybody can just drive straight, but people just like to keep doing this, right? So when you see some bullshit, everybody like, yo, you see this?
Yeah.
And even though we complain about it, we are the ones that's spreading it.
That is
but
true.
But there are artists out here that are dope. And another thing is like, even at the age that I am at now, I remember what it's like to be 19. I still got sneakers from when I was 19 years old. You know what I mean? So I don't forget what it is to be that age.
Or you just collect?
No, some of them I just keep as trophies, like, to just look at and shit.
Oh,
but
it's like Wayno.
No, but honestly, like, a lot of these kids be trying, and a lot of times when they doing stuff that we don't like, it's not always about, like, yo, you not good enough. You know what I mean? Because think about most people, I'm not going to say everybody that rap, but a lot of these kids that rap, where they coming from? The hood. Where you from the hood, everybody telling you not going to be nothing. No, your moms could be telling you not going to be nothing. Your friends, the people that you love and confide in telling you ain't be shit. So the person, when you finally get to to the level of talking to somebody like me, and the first thing I could do is tell you, oh, that shit trash. No, it might be trash, but I'm gonna tell you what is trash and what you could possibly work on. But I will tell you if you should absolutely just get a CDL license and go become a bus driver. Like, facts. I will tell you that. Like, if I feel like you ain't got a chance in hell, I'll just be like, yo, you know what? Maybe you should, you good at writing, but you need to put the writing on somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But sometimes, why do you think, I get what you're saying, the whole analogy with trash get talked about more. But I guess at the same time, too, why is it so hard to push a good artist if they're good? Because
it's about, you got to remember, right? We live in a time where the bar and the barrier is set extremely low for skill.
Yeah.
Like, if I say Lil Wayne, for instance, where everybody who say, oh, Lil Wayne, he shouldn't perform at the Super Bowl, and that's a whole nother conversation. He's not good enough. You know how good this nigga was, though? Like when he was at his height, you know how fucking good he was at rapping? To be that good, it was all about rapping. Now, rap has become this thing that anybody could do. It's like, oh, I could just buy me a mic. I could make me a booth, and you could make a song, and if it get popping
on TikTok,
now you got $1 million deal on the table because the fucking label, they just trying to, they got a bottom line, and we got to keep, because I understand the business, so I understand why labels sign bullshit. But the thing about it is if you count up all the bullshit they sign, they not making money off of it. They just trying to figure it out like everybody else. But the level of entertainment is so fucking low that we literally go on an app and watch everybody do the same thing and be entertained by it. TikTok, a new challenge. We'll watch 50 niggas do the same exact dance. Exactly.
I feel like he yelling at me.
No, but for real. But
but
consumption, right? Consumption. Yeah. There used to be a barrier. There used to be like you had to make it to a certain. You couldn't just like, okay, if you had a record, you could get on 106 and Park. If you had a record, but. And the people, the numbers was always doctored, but people still got a chance to choose what they like versus what they didn't. Now, some shit could just be mediocre, and because it made me laugh, everybody can say, I like that more than I like the person that's doing, that's trying their heart out. But the most successful people are the ones that do the best rapping, regardless. I don't care if we go through everybody that raps, you could find a couple of people that streaming really well that might have had a bullshit hit here or there, but the person that's consistently doing it, that's consistently displaying their fucking skill set and their art, they are the tortoise in that hair race. You know what I mean?
Who's the artist right now where you like, I can't believe this shit? Like, I didn't even think you was gonna get this far.
That they would get this
far? It's like, okay, it was funny at first, but God,
now it's like y'all playing.
Like,
I don't know. Like, let me tell you something. I don't listen to a lot of, like, I hear shit. I see shit when it come past me, but, like, I don't listen to a lot. I really been listening to, like, old music. Like, I listen to fucking Anita Baker every day. And most of the time when I ride in my car, I don't listen to anything at all. My whole life is sound, so I don't want to hear music most times. But what I will say is like, y'all say somebody, because I can't think of it. And I'll tell you if I agree or not.
The number one thing people say is Sexy Red. It's like, girl.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think.
A lot of people did.
When I first heard Pound Town, I didn't think that she would be a rap star. But she's a rap star. Like, and I like Sexy Red. You know why I like Sexy Red? And I told her this.
Yeah.
I said, I told her, I said, yo, you know why I fuck with you? She said, well, I said, because every black person in America got a cousin like you. Or a sister.
Or somebody in their family.
Can identify.
Sexy Red, like, see, the problem that I have is like people like to sit on this moral high ground, like they support Rhapsody how they should. They don't support Rhapsody how they should.
Can we talk about it?
No, listen, Rhapsody, and but see, the thing about it is both can exist because Rhapsody likes Sexy Red.
Exactly.
She so when people say, oh man, where's the women who ain't taking their clothes off
and all that? They right here. They right here.
It exists. No, it's right. You got her, Shay Noor. Shay Noor, she from upstate, I think. It's a lot of young ladies that, my home Layla, Mos Def daughter.
Oh.
Layla. She's another one, and she's very young, and she, that girl is so fucking talented. She's extreme. She's a superstar. But Sexy Red, I fuck with Sexy Red because what she does always existed. if you go back to now, listen, let's go back to lyrics. If we go back and listen to Lil' Kim,
hello,
bar for bar, and she might, I don't care if she was writing it or not. You go listen to her bar for bar. Foxy wasn't as like
raunchy.
Yeah, she wasn't as raunchy. But if you look at Foxy age, when she was saying or the niggas was writing certain shit for her, like, wow, she was saying that. Trina, who?
Hello, pull over that ass too fast.
Nah, but even before that, I be telling people in the South all the time, right? Because they think that we don't know their music.
Yeah,
right.
I be like, yo, listen, when Rap City existed, we was watching the same
thing. We was
when we was I just was on the phone with fucking Exhibit the other day. So my man put me on the phone with Exhibit, and I told him, bitch, please, yes, bitch, please, him and Snoop Dogg. I said, yo, bro, that song used to ring in our parties when I was a teenager. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, like they played. See, the media in New York wasn't fucking with them.
Yeah,
but kids, when I was 16 years old, if you had a hit record in LA, they played that shit in a party in New York.
Yeah.
If you had a hit record in the South, they played that shit in a party in New York. So Sexy Red is just something that, like, now, don't get me wrong, some of the shit she says is crazy, but what's not crazy? Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none is crazy. And every girl I grew up with know that song and sing it word for word. The song is about, it ain't no fun if my mans can't hit. And every girl I grew up with know that song.
Be like, ain't no fun.
The lyrics, but see, that's the thing. We just liked the songs. We wasn't looking at it like, oh my God, here's Snoop Dogg raising my kid. No, it was like, all right, this is a song. That's where it stops. I had other niggas to look up to. You feel me? And I did love Snoop, but it's like, so to answer your question, because I was very long-winded.
It's okay. We like
but to answer your question, yes, I didn't think that Sexy Red, like when I first heard Pound Town, I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, not crazy is good. I just was like, she just saying anything.
Yeah, like, you like the fuck.
But I promise you, if we trace back history, people been saying anything this whole time, yo. If you go back to all these lyrics, it's so many people that was saying anything. Like, I love, and this is not no diss to Method Man, because I love Method Man. To Cal, I had a fro as a kid in 6th grade because of the Cream video. But METHOD, man, if somebody spelled out their name today, they'd be like, oh, this nigga trash.
Yeah.
He garbage. Yeah. They'd be kicking their back in. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta give these kids room to grow. You gotta get them room to grow.
Well, I guess it's the same way how they used to say, "Oh, back in the days, you know, we wasn't so raunchy." But if you
when they dropped them,
yo, Bobby Womack said, "Bitch, if you don't act right,
Wait, you think you lonely now? Wait till tonight, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Could you imagine a young nigga right now with a ski mask say, "If you think you lonely now,"
and everybody gonna be like, "Oh, why he say that?"
How about? But the song. Did you ever listen? You know what's crazy about songs? It's like watching movies. Like, you know, you watch a movie as an adult, you're like, damn, I never noticed that.
Yes.
You ever listen to Don't Be Afraid by Aaron Hall?
No.
That song is crazy. He talking about taking an underage girl virginity, yo.
Yeah. No. Even when
you don't be saying daddy to me.
Like, Papa was a Rolling Stone. He pretty much saying daddy wasn't shit. And I want to talk about daddy's ain't shit now.
But all of these, but this is what I'm saying. But you know what's so crazy? That just goes to show you how the black experience, how we try to divide it. Brooklyn, Harlem, Bronx.
A little bit.
Look, but Brooklyn, Harlem, West Coast, East Coast, North, South, Midwest. Yo, every place, almost every place I go to, like every city, whether I'm going there to meet an artist or just going there to chill, you be around like certain niggas, you be talking, they be like, damn, your life sounds just like my life. Like the East, I'm from the East Side of Harlem. The East Side, and I said this on another podcast, East Side the same everywhere. Everybody always say the East Side is dirty.
When they say East Atlanta, same thing.
They set you up, all that shit.
East
like,
New York.
You know what I mean? But I'm telling you.
No, that's funny. And so, okay, let's get back to the A&R stuff, too, because I want to talk about that, right? Because one of the other conversations, because at one point I thought I wanted to be an AR, but yeah.
An AR, like a gun? Or
no, an A&R. Yo,
I'm messing with you guys.
Sorry, y'all, it's the dawn. But, no, So we talk about like artist development, right? And how that seems to not even exist anymore because we be watching these interviews. You get the Kodaks in the interview, they not saying shit, or they talking low, or they on the defense already or whatever. When we watching Beyonce and Destiny Child do interviews and they was talking like they were 35-year-old women and they was 18. So what is that about?
I'm gonna tell you, because artist development does exist. It's just that people have a certain perception of what artist development is.
Okay.
See, the difference between a like you that was crazy. You said Destiny Child, Beyonce, and Kodak Black. That's two different worlds. But the thing with Kodak Black is like, you got to look at society, right? Like, how do we communicate? We communicate. Like, people, how many people you know express themselves fully in a text message, but when you sitting and talking to them and you in their face, they can't say two to 5 words. You know what I'm saying? So it's like technology has helped us, but it's hindered us. So a nigga like Kodak Black, you got to remember, like, we look at him as an artist, but he's a kid from the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a kid from the projects. He's been in and out of jail from the time he was 13 up until now. He's been in, like, I interviewed him like 2 years ago. He said this was the first year in his life that he had been out of jail for a year, from 13 to like 23. Wow. So, like, just his mentality, right? And then you sprinkle being rich. You put money on this shit, and the problem is that we think money's supposed to make you responsible. Like, you get money and it's like, oh, you should know better, but you never knew better. Yeah. So artist development looks a lot of different ways. The reason why I feel like with a Kodak, because I just knew the person that A&R'd him at one point in time, why artist development exists is because if you're talking from a sound standpoint, are they making better records than they was making? Now when it comes to content and it comes to conversations and all of that, this shit is the Wild West. The sit down interview 20 years ago, today is what these kids call crash out. It's the like niggas do not want to see nobody sit and talk and have a decent conversation. That does not exist. I had a show at Amazon Music. I had decent conversations for a whole year. Nobody knew I had a show. And I had billboards in Times Square. Nobody knew I had a show. Today, you know what the conversation is? It got to be them getting together on stream, doing some silly fun shit. And I'm not knocking that, because let me tell you something. Them streaming kids, I love these niggas, because me and my friends was the same way. We just did not have no cameras. We would have been doing this. We'd have been doing dumb shit. We'd have been bringing Mexicans on there, drinking Coronas with them. We'd have been doing all types of silly shit. You know, we'd have been having fun. And that's what the thing is like, all of our parents, no matter what age we is, all of our parents did not agree with something we did. And their parents didn't agree with something they did. Because once the level of, excuse me, shit.
Sorry.
The level of maturity has also changed. When I was 17, 25 was a grown-ass man. I looked at a 25-year-old like, oh, man, here's a person that, like, they either got a good job or they getting to it in the street, which that ain't cool. But they doing what they got to do. They taking care of themselves. The 25-year-old man is the 17-year-old kid when I was 17 now. So and it goes the same for women, too. Yeah. So I think that, like, society has just changed us, so we expect these artists to be great. But like I said, when Rhapsody is rapping her heart out and she wins a Grammy, you know what the young crowd says? Who the fuck is that? Who's she? Yeah. We want to know why? Because people like to watch that car crash. They like to drive it. They want the fucking car crash all day. They don't want the car that ain't bumping into the wall. They want the car crash. So we can't expect from y'all, like, I get it because of what y'all grew up on, but we can't expect these motherfuckers to be upstanding. These niggas got anxiety. They on drugs. They broke. It's all types of shit.
Could you imagine Queen Latifah coming up with UNITY today? We would have been like,
no, but whoa. Yes and no.
Because it was a hit.
Because now we got these groups. We got these tribes. Shea Butter, what they call Shea Butter Twitter. Oh. They would have been on that type of time.
They'd have been like, yeah.
They'd have been on UNITY. But who you calling a bitch?
The major consumer of music, which is,
like, I mean, what's the major consumer?
I'm saying,
the
like,
people who want to talk about the car crashing.
No.
Okay, Queen Latifah would have had her certain group, but I'm talking about even like niggas, man, UNIT. I'm talking about
but see, that's because we We had leagues, like that's why Little Kim was such a thing when she came out, because when she came out, it's like she built her own fucking league. Queen Latifah, Queen Latifah was rapping, like she was spitting bars. She's from Newark, New Jersey. She represented something.
Yeah.
She wanted to do certain shit. Kim was the first lady of Junior Mafia. She was the princess. Think about that meme that all the girls always post with the little cartoon with Chief Keef and all of them.
Yeah, and with the princess.
The Mariah Carey one.
That's what Kim was, though. That's what Kim was. So, but that's what I'm saying. Junior Mafia, them niggas was lunatics. I know a few of them. Them niggas is lunatic. Like, bang, all those my brothers, but them niggas was crazy. They know different. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we be looking at all of these people like, oh man, no way possible. Like, how could we like Chief Keef and all these Chicago guys? Listen to what they saying. Listen to G Unit. 50 Cent, yo, how could we in all of the world we asking 50 Cent, don't be like that to Irv Gotti. What? We telling these kids, don't be smoking on Deads, don't be doing this. Drill music is the worst thing ever. Worse than G-Unit? Worse than State Property? Worse than D-Block? These my brothers. D-Block, they made a label out of a cell block.
Yeah.
State Property.
Yeah, State Property.
Dipset was a derivation of like some blood shit. The set. What set you claiming? What you banging? Like, we talking about, like, we that's what I'm saying. We be kicking these kids the fuck down. And they be like, we just grew up on that.
I feel like I'm judging though. I feel bad.
Nah, but we do. You want to know why? Because you know better. See, when we was younger, we ain't know better.
Sure it's not.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
We just ain't know better. I be moving and shit.
He like, yo, stop.
No,
I love to talk about
what we wanted.
No, I love to talk about hip hop, but it's like, but it's like, it's history. It keeps repeating itself.
Yeah.
Now I do what I say about like that, because I'm going off. What we talking about? We talking about A&R and all that.
This is what we wanted.
But with the drill shit, the problem with the drill shit is like these kids reenact actual events. And they talk about crimes that they commit because that's how they feel seen. They don't feel seen at all. If they be like, I be listening to, because my son listens to a lot of these niggas. They be saying shit. I be like, damn, you did that. And then you go on their page and they be like, yeah, he ran, I made him run. These kids they don't even make money, because people say, oh, labels is making so much. They not making no money. They sign some of these kids because they have talent, and they be like, shit, that nigga nice, but if they can make a record, they really out of here. And the kids don't, a lot of them, they kids. They don't have, some of them ain't got mothers, they ain't got the right personnel, and everybody just trying to make money off of them. And they just doing dumb shit because they're fucking kids. They're kids. Yeah. Any little nigga from our block, that's the same thing as athletes. What is athletes? Overgrown kids.
Right.
See an athlete, he get 5 girls pregnant. You wanna know why? Because this nigga has $10 million.
Yeah.
He's 21 years old. He's just tall.
He never had this much money. Never had this much attention. Never had this much.
When you come to my city and you in the airport, my face is in a fucking airport. You think I'm turning girls down and I'm 19 and I have $10 million? So we be looking for all of these.
Bitch, I won.
This is what I'm saying. We be looking for all these kids to be responsible, and realistically, like, the elders failed a lot of them. So.
No, I didn't even know you could do that. Yo, when I saw him.
Oh, you ain't know you could do that? I be like, I just be moving around.
We're gonna get him a fidget spinner.
My brain.
When you speak about like the kids like that, right? So how involved do A&Rs get? Because we saw an incident, and I'm only speaking on this because I actually watched the show. I'm an avid advocate of The Impact, which featured an artist that you were at the time. I don't know if you were A&R for Quality Control. She was a part of that, and we just seen that she recently got into it with somebody. That is a dear friend to our show too, so shout out to her. And I won't say any names, but how involved do you
Everybody
get?
knows her name.
Well, they know, but I don't.
You ain't gotta do that, but go ahead.
But how involved does A&R get with those kids when they start to do those type of things?
You try to look. This is the thing.
Wayno.
Yo, that was the.
No, because listen. I'm thinking about like the mindset. Like, you gotta remember, this shit a job. It's a job. It's no different than a nigga who go to Costco and stock refrigerators, or the young sister that's in nursing school. That like it's a job. You come to do work. At the point where you don't want to do work, niggas be like, I'm cool. Like everybody, I've had regular jobs. We've all had jobs and worked with people who don't want to work.
Yeah.
When certain people, when they don't want to work, and this is just generally speaking, not specifically that situation, but generally speaking, when you don't want to work, people will see. And you know what, as an A&R, what you do, you say, all right, well, this the problem. It's music business. It's not music friendship. When you signed that dotted line, you didn't sign to a family. This shit is not a fucking family. It's not. I know niggas be like, yo, man, you popping champagne, your mom's there. Niggas got Chick-fil-A for you and shit. Or niggas got Philippe Childs. Everybody happy. Yo, man, everybody in love when it ain't no money. Everybody happy when it's that day to sign. You know what all them executives are sitting there saying? This nigga better do something to make this fucking money back. Mm-hmm. Because we invested money.
Yeah.
Think about if you went to a bank and you ask the bank for a loan to get a house, and they give you $1 million, you say, yo, I got A1 credit. I got a good job, and I want a fucking $1 million house. And they say, we're gonna give you $1 million. You want some more credit? We're gonna give you and then you get that credit and you have that responsibility and you say, I don't fucking feel like working. What do I work?
The bank gonna be like,
but guess what, right? Like, you wanted to work when you wanted that fucking house, when you wanted that money. When we gave you that money, your ass said, I'm going to do any and everything it takes to be a star. The thing is people lift that curtain and then they see the work. And then that work kick your ass.
Yeah.
Because you can't do nothing in life. I don't give a fuck being an artist.
Yeah.
You can't be the best teacher in the school if you ain't willing to work. Yeah. If you look at these kids as just nuisances and they bother you and you here for a check, guess what? They ain't gonna learn and you gonna get fired.
Yeah.
So being an A&R is like being a teacher. It's like being a parent. Mm-hmm. Some parents give up on their kids. Mm-hmm. Some teachers give up on their students. I've never given up on one of my artists. Now, at the point where I seen that you don't want to work and you want to give up, then I'll find something else to do. Because I'm Wayno. I'll always get me a check. You feel me?
I ain't motherfucker.
But at the same time, it's like how much being involved. I'm going to be as much involved as you're involved. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to even push you to be more involved. You know what's the problem with me? I try to teach almost every artist I've worked with, I try to teach them business. I've had so many artists, I teach them business and then they just want to use it against me. Like it's like I teach you how to fish and then you say, like, I'm bringing you to this place to fish and I teach you how to fish and you say, and there's more tricks I could teach you and you like, I learned how to fish. I don't need this nigga no more. Fuck, I already know how to fish now.
But that don't last, nigga.
It don't.
Know one trick.
It don't.
One trick.
But that's the thing.
This my hood.
But that's the thing. Coaches can always coach. Players can't always play. It's a day when them knees gonna blow out, my nigga.
Period.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Boom. One little trip. Yeah, you thought you had 10 million today?
No, listen, I've seen every version of a rapper. I seen the new nigga. I seen the ladies, man. I seen the nigga with the hit record. I've seen them be broke. I've seen them at their highest and at their lowest. This shit is real. Like, people think it can't be them until it's them. Every time. And as an artist, if you a young aspiring artist, a young aspiring manager, and you watching these two young ladies, I have a message for you. Watch how you treat people. Watch how you treat people.
We're big.
Listen,
big.
What's the saying? Treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO, because you never know when the janitor become the CEO.
Shit.
One thing me and April say is we don't do shiesty business.
No. Listen, let me tell you something. I worked in the mail room that delivered mail to Def Jam. My homegirl that was working and she was working in Def Jam when I was in the mailroom when I was a kid. When I was managing Dave East and we got that deal and we signed that deal, she cried. She said, yo, I always knew you could do this shit. But she never treated me fucked up. Mm-hmm. She never treated me bad. Like, people talk so crazy to people who, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? The person at Chick-fil-A, like, they you don't know what they going through.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole because they just met. Now, if they fuck up too many times, then maybe we need to reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? But don't treat people bad, man. Like, you never know where you going to be at.
Hold on. Our friend gonna watch this and be like, he know Davies.
When he said it, I was like,
Cody about to call our phone right now.
Yeah, I managed him for a little minute. You know what I mean?
Damn. Okay, so let's get off of A&R. Let's get into the media personality transition, right? Because, like I said, I started watching you on Everyday Struggle. That was one of my favorite shows. I literally I don't give a fuck. I'm at work. I'm watching Everyday Struggle. Like, I don't care. And then especially with the transition from there to watching, it with Joe, Academics, and Nadeska. Then they had Star for a little bit. Then Nadeska got in that ass. And then Wayno came. And it was like a perfect balanced show. So were you always looking to get into media, or was that just like
what?
Who called you?
Yo, this is why you gotta watch how you treat people. For real. No, I'm keeping it 100. Like in my life, I've worked really. I don't work hard no more. I work smart. But you gotta really, you can't be a bad person. So you said you was watching Everyday Struggle. When it first came out, so was I. I was watching that shit every single day.
Every day.
Joe, I known Joe for, like, we've known each other. And Joe, when Joe was signed to Def Jam, I was working at Rockefeller when I was a kid. Then Twitter came, and then we used to talk on Twitter. Nadeska, this is how I got on Everyday Struggle. Nadeska, she was working at MTV. This when I was managing Dave. She came to Harlem one day to my man Reg's juice bar, New Life, I believe, Juices. Came to his juice bar. She interviewed him. Me and Nadeska, we just talked, got cool. She was dealing with me, talking to me the whole time on her way uptown, all of that shit. So I always stayed cool with her.
Yeah.
Yo, I kid you not. You see how you said when Nadeska checked Star?
Yeah.
This is literally what happened. I promise. I could possibly go on my phone and still the text is still there, because I was a fan of Star as a kid.
Yeah.
I text Nadeska. I said, yeah, talk your shit. She texted me back like a week and a half later. She said, damn, I've been a bad friend. Yo, you should come debate with us one day. I was like, for real? She like, yeah. I said, all right, I'll pull up. The day that they knew I was coming, they had a car. I was living in Jersey. They had a car come to my crib, pick me up, take me there. We did the first episode. I don't even remember what I said on there. I don't know what the fuck I said. I don't know how the episode went. I don't know what happened. We do the episode, and when I'm walking out, the producer, he was like, damn, that's the most fun we had since Joe was here. I was like, all right, whatever. I leave. When I leave, I get in the car. They send another car, send me home. They text me as soon as I get home, like, yo, would you come back again? I'm like, come back for what? They like, nah, like, we looking to replace Star, and we think you would be a good fit. And I was like, me? Like, I'm like, it don't even feel real. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all talking about?
You talk a lot? Like, outside with? Like,
I'm talking a lot right here, so you can tell.
Right. Don't let it be about no hip-hop.
No, but and that's what happened. But prior to that, my homegirl, I gotta give her credit, Vanessa Satin, editor-in-chief at Double XL. She was doing the Double XL podcast, and I got a good relationship with Vanessa, and she had me come through a few times and do the Double XL podcast before I went on Everyday Struggle. And Vanessa was the one telling me, like, yo, you might be able to do this shit. And I was like, I just talk. Like, I used to go down south for the summer. They used to want to send me back to New York because they like, this little nigga talk too much. Like, send him back home. So it's like, I just used that, and I used what I used to do in the barbershop. I mean, and when it came to doing it, when it was coming close to it, because I was a behind the scene music person, I wanted to be a rich person that nobody knew. Yeah. Like, I was like, damn, I don't know if I want to be on camera. And I talked to a few like people that I trust in the music industry, that they are executives. I was like, yo, y'all think I should do this? They're like, hell yeah. And I went there, and from that first episode, I ended up staying there for 3 years. You know what I mean? And that was the start of my media career.
And then you knew what you was talking about too.
No,
like, you could.
I did, but I feel like like today, I know so much more about doing media that I'm like, that was trash. Like, for me.
Yeah. I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, I was like, I was
maybe the way you like want to appear, like you want to seem, but the content was not trash. The level of knowledge was not trash.
It got me a lot of relationships.
I could only imagine, because when I say, if you watch Everyday Struggle, y'all know, okay, you got the wild card Academics. Like,
and let me tell you about Academics, because I ain't gonna lie, I know a lot of people. He's not a lot of people's favorite person.
Oh, we know.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it 100 though. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. when it comes to what it is that he does. He's extremely smart because what a lot of people don't know is that like he know how to turn that shit
on and off. Mm-hmm.
Like, see, I spent a lot every 4 days a week, 40 weeks a year around this man for 3 years. So I talked to him a lot, and even when it was time for me to do my next situation, he told me how to negotiate it, and he taught me about leverage. He taught me about because I didn't know nothing about doing media.
Yeah.
So while everybody is like, who is this nigga just screaming at his camera all day? Because he was able to garner so much viewership, whenever he walked into a room to have a business conversation, he dictates how much money he's gonna get, not the other person. So I was like, now you don't have to do that though. Like just is his brand.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, damn. So all right, that's how I'm starting to build my own stuff. Later on.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So, but now we see you go from Everyday Struggle. You had the Amazon show. Mm-hmm. First of all, he be at all the concerts. Y'all, I just seen you. What was that? Dreamville or something? You did Andre 3000. What was that?
That was I did Dreamville last year. I did Rolling Loud. I did Camp Flog. I did Louisiana. Yeah, I did 4. I did like 5 festivals.
Yeah, they keep bringing you back.
Hey, listen, they gotta pay me to talk. They gotta pay me to shut up.
Keep bringing me back.
But then you also have your YouTube series. I'll Do It Myself.
Yeah.
Y'all watch it. Let me
please
tell you,
do.
Please do. No, please do, because hello. But seriously. So we watch you on there. Well, I watch you on there. I be tuned into.
I was just about to say.
I'm sorry. Listen.
You see how Brooklyn people do?
No, listen. As soon as you,
I'm messing with you.
No. It's not that. When she said it, I looked up. When you said.
I'm messing with you. No, I don't want you to lose your point.
No. I was gonna say this. No, Chanel does watch it, but you see how passionate you are about hip hop. That's how I be. So I be watching you like, yes, Wayno, say that shit, like, and she be like, yeah, he said that shit,
curse.
But
it's a gift and a curse.
Relax.
I looked up and then you said
don't get into I just said I do because y'all, this is the fan in me still coming out. So I'll relax. We watch the show,
right?
And you just it's just the truth through and through. It don't matter what you talking about. Like, you never waver. It's not biased. It's very authentic, very factual.
I try to be as fair as possible. I just really try to be as fair as possible.
But have that got you in trouble before where you spoke your mind, but it was like, ugh.
Yeah, you wanna know why? Because let me tell you something. You say 100 things positive about a nigga. They don't hear nothing. That one thing you ain't agree with, oh yeah, that's the loudest thing they've ever heard.
So you think Jimmy gonna call you because you said his coach do it better?
Absolutely not. Jim,
because that's gonna be a clip you have to elaborate on. Jim
know, like I said, like that's a person that every time I've gone through some tough shit, he been there for me. So he ain't gonna strip.
Yo, what if Jim be like, yo, them two bitches?
Nah, Jim he love Brooklyn too. But for myself, like, so I like to be fair in the sense of like, end of the day, I'm talking about rap.
Yeah.
None of these niggas is not gonna be at my funeral. That's how I look at it. So I look at it from the standpoint of this. Let me be a fan and talk from a fan perspective. But the problem that we have today is that they don't like you to they like you to choose. Like you either have to like this. You can't possibly like anything this person does if you like this person. And I don't like that. I don't give a fuck though. Yeah. Because listen, I'm comfortable because I do that in the basement of my home. So what I did was I had this big ass room in my house and I was gonna make it into a sneaker room, and I was like, let me just make it. So I built a few sets in there. You know what I mean? So that one corner where I started doing that, I do it myself. I started it. I did my first like video during the Kendrick Drake shit when it first popped, and while doing it, that's when I noticed, because I love Kendrick Lamar, but I love Drake as an artist as well. Like I don't know Drake. Did I ever meet Drake? I seen him one time, but I never met. No, we spoke to each other, but we never talked.
Yeah,
I'm not his favorite person. It's not a secret, but no, for real, I'm not. But at the same time, I think that he does have a respect for what I do. And I have respect for what he does as an artist. Now when we start talking about other shit, that's different. But when the beef was going on, and I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I like push-ups. I like push-ups because I like the concept on it. Yeah. Drop it, give me 50, you attacking a nigga, deal. And then I knew it was gonna get spicy because everybody know Drake been attached to 50 people being signed to. So I said, yo, I like push-ups. And then I said, oh, Taylor Made, I said, I ain't gonna lie, like on some trolling rap shit, I thought it was funny. oh no, he playing with the legacy of Pac and
Yeah.
If Pac would have Instagram, you know what type of shit he'd have been doing? Could you imagine Pac going live every morning? Biggie, I'm drinking orange juice and fucking your bitch. You pussy, the bad boy. He'd have been going crazy. Y'all from Brooklyn, so y'all might not find that funny, but
no,
let's just keep it 1,000. Let's just keep it 1,000. We know Pac. Could you imagine if Max B would have had Instagram Live? Could you imagine if Old Dirty Bastard would have had Instagram Live?
Oh Lord, if Pac, Old Dirty Bastard, fuck the cop. Fuck all this.
Listen, so
don't want to y'all niggas got sickle cells.
Exactly. He was wilding on everybody. So I just thought, I was like, oh, he doing some trolling rap shit. Now, when Euphoria came out, oh my God.
That's what
Euphoria, I was like, oh my God. But then, but as I'm saying this, I'm seeing how divided, like, because I didn't know nothing about the viewership or none of that. I've learned all of these things now. But I'm like, damn, so if I say, I could be like, yo, Drake had a nice shirt on. They'd be like, oh, you compromised. Drake is paying you. I'd be like, I wish these niggas was calling me and say they could pay me because I would laugh.
You an industry player. We listened to Hit 'Em Up. And we was like,
which bitch was pillow talking, telling them niggas he had sickle cell?
Did you never hear the shit that Bean said to Kiss when he was at Powerhouse? When he said, I'm thinking about raping his mom and making them watch. I'm taking my time. He said, I'm taking my time. I'm making them watch. I'm taking his time. I'm taking his watch.
Yo.
You never heard that? That's what I'm saying. So when niggas be, oh my God, how could they possibly be saying this? What? Wait, we record?
Yeah, we back. You good. You think that people put too much stipulations on beefs? Like, no, don't say this. Yes. This children are off limits.
This shit is soft. Listen, I was running around with state property when they was beefing with D Block. We was counting on dying. Listen, we were counting on it.
Okay, but in the words of Boosie, see, y'all think this is sweet till somebody really pop up dead, and it's like, hey.
Hey, but listen, that's the life we was living. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100. I know the young guns can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
They were their entourage was extremely dangerous. Listen,
they came to my school, bro.
Listen, state property was extremely dangerous.
First of all, state property looked
dangerous.
No, they were extremely dangerous. These my brothers.
I never seen Beanie smile.
Yeah.
No, listen,
Braids never done either.
Listen, these niggas these niggas was dangerous. So it's like, but I'm also talking from I haven't been on the other side of being a fan like more than half of my life now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the perspective I'm talking from is like, when Kiss and them was saying shit, when Styles says about to be 3 dead dogs in the reservoir, he was talking about Beans, Dame, and Jay. Mm-hmm. He was like, nobody was like, oh my God. Like
niggas was like, oh.
Listen, when Beans and Styles was going back, before the Hot 97 freestyle, the special delivery shit, he told Styles called the radio before they got on. Mm-hmm. He told Styles, man, they was going back and forth. He said, I heard Yonkers is 40 minutes from here. I see you when you get here. Hung up the phone. And that's when they start special delivery. So forgive forgive me if when these niggas be rap beefing and they talking about some, oh, he shouldn't have said that. Come on, man. Right. I don't want to hear none of that. Do people watch URL? Do people watch Smack Battles and all of that? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, but we come from that. But today, they be like, oh, she said her kid was ugly. Why?
That's off limits. I'm not fucking with her.
No, she talking about her dead mom.
Like, kid mad ugly.
But we come from the snapping era. I grew up in the your mother era. Like,
your mama. Your mother mad fat.
You know how bad it was if you didn't have a rebuttal for it.
Then you stuttered to get one.
Then, like, if your moms came to school, let your moms came to school
and she wasn't a dime.
Oh my God. Yo, when I was in the 8th grade, me and all my friends, we called each other our mother's names. Like, none of us referred to each other as our names. We all called each other, because we just joked all day. So it's like, rap battles has always been something meant to be, like, it is supposed to be defaming. It is supposed to be disrespectful. But when you do it on this side, you're supposed to do it on the other side. You're supposed to walk away with your head up.
Yeah.
See,
it's a sport.
And I'm from Harlem. I seen Murder Mook battling grown men when he was 13.
Yo, shout out to Murder Mook.
I seen T-Rex battling grown men. I'm talking about they used to go get, it'd be some nigga, they be like, yo, this nigga, go get T-Rex. I seen it with my own eyes. The way me and Jay Mills even got cool.
Yo, shout out to Jay Mills.
The way me and Jay Mills got cool is because He was supposed to battle a nigga that I wasn't seeing eye to eye with, and I seen him sitting in front of the barbershop one day. And I'm like, yo, you supposed to battle such and such? He like, yeah. I said, let me tell you about this nigga.
Not you drop the dome.
Facts. Because that's what battle rap was, though. It was about getting information and spitting shit. And you supposed to just be like, all right, that's...
Yeah.
So all of this, no, you going too far. Like, shut up, man.
Okay, look, we're going to continue to talk about the beef in the next segment. But before we go to the next segment, I wanted to talk about sticking to your faith because you're Muslim.
Yeah.
And I also, are you doing something with Muslim and sneakers or something like that? Like,
Muslim and sneakers.
I mean, Islam and sneakers and stuff.
No,
like,
it's called Salah and sneakers. So Salah is giving prayer. Right? Making Salah. And what I did was like being a Muslim, especially a black Muslim, you get a lot of discrimination, even from other Muslims. Like you like Arab Muslims sometimes. Not everybody, because I met a lot of brothers that was like cool. One thing I say about Islam is like it's a faith that I've been in Japan and I've been in Juma in Japan and prayed with Muslims in Japan before. So like it's always been an open arms thing, and it's always been an educational thing. But I feel like a lot of people that's Muslims is like the first question is, do you pray 5 times a day? The second question is, can't you have 7 wives? It's just like all of the things that people think is like they try to pick apart from you. So like even if they like, oh, you Muslim, so you drink? Like yes, I have a drink. I've drank before. Yes, I don't drink like that, but I do like an occasional glass of wine. Astaghfirullah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to deal with that, though. Not you.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody always tries to pick anything. If you a girl, it's like, oh, you can't do this. You can't. So what I did was I love sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I love sneakers, and I love Islam. So I was like, you know, when we pray, we take our shoes off. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? It'd be dope for me to show people that as me being a Muslim, I got some fly shit. You know what I'm saying? and let me show my sneakers so I could just encourage my brothers and my sisters to, like, don't be scared to rock your stuff. Like, don't be scared. Because that's a big thing about, like, Islam is about us, our cleanliness. You know what I'm saying? How we present ourselves. All of that. How we talk to people. Everything. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to just be able to put myself out there. And I asked a couple of brothers before I did it, you know what I mean, what they thought. And they was like, nah, that's dope. That's cool. So when I did it, it was just like for me to just do something inspirational. I'm going to continue to do it. And I did that like 2 years ago. That's why people was like, yo, you look like, they was like, I thought that was Kevin Gates because I was heavier. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's why I'm in the gym. You know what I'm saying? But
y'all not about to get me.
Facts. But yeah, I just did that as like something to just inspire others. Like I really love, like, even for you to say that you watched anything I did and you was inspired, like I really, like, you have no idea how much that means to me, because like I've been told I wasn't going to be shit by like almost everybody I love. You know what I mean? I've been told.
Because you talk too much? Is that why?
Nah, it wasn't that.
Look at me, you quick to say that.
No. It wasn't that. It was because I was fucking up. I legit, like, and when it happened, like when a person in particular said it, I knew that I deserved it because of how bad I was doing in life and how I wasn't taking care of myself. And this when I was young, you know what I mean? But I needed to hear that because without that, I'd be dead in jail. So it's like to hear that I inspired somebody. What? The nigga that wasn't supposed to be here? Shit.
All right, we're going to end that segment on that note. And we're going to move on to our no-fly list. So our no-fly list, we typically talk about all the shit that we hate or don't want or just the craziest shit ever, right? So today we're going to talk about beefs. I told you we were going to bring it back. So we have a list of beefs here.
Okay.
You're going to tell us which one you're going to go with. I don't need you to think about it. You just need to pick.
All right.
All right? Chanel, you want to go first?
Dun-dun-dun. The first beef. Make it quick.
Wait, do I go with them by yes or no? How does this work?
Just say who you're going to pick.
Oh, who I'm picking.
We're going to give you the names and then you're going to pick.
Right, okay,
yeah, overall, like, now I'm rocking with this person.
Okay.
All right, the first beef. Who would you pick? Eminem or Mariah Carey? You wasn't expecting that. Yeah.
Damn, that's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie, it's a tough one. Nah, I'm going with M.
Okay. You didn't like, why are you so obsessed with me?
For Mariah to be a singer, she was like,
Emancipation of Mimi is one of the greatest albums ever, but I'm going with M.
Nah, for a singer, she ate him up. She wasn't scared.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right, 50 versus Ja Rule.
50.
Ooh. Tupac or Biggie?
Big.
Lil' Kim or Nicki?
I'm going with Nicki.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Jeezy or Gucci?
Jeezy.
Nas or Jay-Z?
Jay.
Drake or Meek Mill?
I went with Meek.
He did. I watched that.
I went with Meek.
All right. LL Cool J or Cannabis?
Yo.
Yeah,
Cannabis. But because, see, y'all saying shit from my time. Yeah. I was in high school when that happened. I was going with Cannabis, but he let us all down.
Yeah, he did.
I love that spark. I'm like, oh, all right.
All right, last one.
Last but not least, K-Dot or Drake?
Not you threw it.
Kendrick, come on.
Y'all, we really thought you was gonna go with Mariah Carey. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, y'all. That concludes this episode of Flew Here, Grew Here podcast. Shout out to Wayno. Wayno, please tell everybody what you got coming up, any upcoming projects, where they can follow you, all of that.
If you follow what I've been doing with like Salon sneakers, like we talked about, but Out the Box, my platform, Out the Box with Wayno. I am doing some special work and some new type of content that is going to be amazing. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to separate myself from everybody y'all compare me to when it comes to me being a personality. So stay tuned for that. You could catch me Wayno119 on anything. I mean, if you type it in on PlayStation, some of y'all have and try to send me y'all music. Don't send me your music on PlayStation. I just want to play 2K and Mortal Kombat. But you can catch me Wayno119 on anything you could possibly think of, especially on YouTube. Wayno119. We got I'll Do It Myself. We got this. Do you remember my podcast, Hear Me Out with Wayno?
Yeah.
Well, we bringing back Hear Me Out with Wayno as a stream. It's gonna be a stream, so it's gonna be a stream show. Y'all could talk directly with me while we go through these topics, like on stream. It's gonna be very fun. I just got to get my shot together. It's a lot, you know what I mean? And oh man, I got some fire shit that I'm working on, but I can't say it yet.
All right, I love the enthusiasm.
But
we love exclusives, though.
Let me tell y'all, sisters, I'm grateful for y'all lending me y'all platform for me to showcase who I am and talk about my life and talk about, you know, what I'm passionate about and share the things that I'm working on.
Let me say this too. And first of all, we would love to thank you because we're in an industry where if you don't have 10 million followers, if y'all ain't nobody, that we don't get recognized. Like
we're not the IG girls. We're not showing our ass online. We don't have 100,000 K, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're just not there. Like
So when we see people like you who's giving us a shot, like you don't understand
what that means to us.
All right, and we can say this in closing because I know we've been going. Mm-hmm. You said something about not being somebody. You are somebody. Y'all are both somebody. What you have to do, no, seriously, what you have to do is whoever it is that you see yourself as, you have to wake up and be that person every single day. Every time you wake up, it's 365 days in a year. We cannot win every one of them bitches. Mm-hmm. Steph Curry, as great of a shooter as he is, he shoots under 50%. So think about that. If he shoot 100, he's not going to make 100. You feel me? But we get the opportunity every single day to be exactly who we want to be. And me doing this is not me giving you a shot. This is mutual respect. This is mutual respect. So I just want to tell y'all that. Y'all exactly who the fuck y'all think y'all is. And y'all going to reach every single plateau that y'all said y'all didn't have. Because you're going to, from this day forward, y'all not going to say when you ain't got 10,000 or 100,000. Y'all going to stop saying that. Y'all going to just say, when you come to, what's the name of the podcast?
Flew Here, Grew Here.
When you come to Flew Here, Grew Here, you're going to have a good time. And I did. And I think.
And we say that
because we some Brooklyn bitches. No, okay. Listen, y'all can follow me at it's April B __.
I got a hoodie on right now, but threw this bitch on. Stop fucking playing.
Fucking mic dropping this out.
They are really from Brooklyn.
Yeah, mic drop. Stop playing.
All right, tell me where they can follow you, though.
Where y'all want to follow me at? Pick one. Instagram, Twitter. Let me stop playing. Follow me at iamshenellesimone on all social media platforms.
And don't forget to follow the podcast, FHGH Podcast, on all social media platforms. New episodes drop every Wednesday, 8 p.m. And y'all, we will see y'all next week. Yeah!